John, do you normally do it so that you do these two center ones to the wires?
Yes.
And then you need to run a long wire from here to here. Okay.
They've all seen this.
Okay, they have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going.
So, what we will be doing is we will take these ribbons and we'll be running here. You run this ribbon to here, and this ribbon to here. Yep. It should reach. And then you can bring this over a little to get there. And then you take and you put these two ribbons together. So all four of those are connected together. All four of those are connected together. And then what you have is, this is the negative, which is the top cell. It goes like this, goes like this, comes like this, and then we're going to put a wire of any color whatsoever to go from here all the way to there. So, the codes in the United States state that red can be positive, which is what we do, and negative can be any color except black. So the manufacturers of PV modules use a medium gray color. You can pretend that it's a black that's faded for the rest of the world, or you can pretend it's a white that's dirty for the United States. But they will, so we're going to use blue because they happen to have blue wire here. So we're going to connect the negative, which is this one, because it's, remember the electrons go to the top. So we're going to bring a blue wire out, and John will show how he does this with the nice.
Okay, what we're doing is following our design of how the wires. I'm not going to break it again. I'm going to pull it by hand. You see what I'm doing? I'm opening, instead of, a lot of times you can open it up with a razor blade, but now I have the two openings, and I'm going to wrap them about 1/4 of an inch off, and you're going to all do this. I'm going to wrap it about 3 or 4 times, about 1/4 inch off the back, and then I'm going to fold this over so it doesn't slide, and that's where we're going to solder. I'm going to solder that, and then we're going to lay them all out, and I just happen to be attaching this one. And I want to have 6 or 8 inches coming to the end, which will be coming out of our junction box. We're going to make our homemade junction box, just to prove that they work. Pull a little tighter. The end that's going to have the junction box will also have, we're going to have one that attaches these two to these two. So we're going to need extra room. Okay. I let it sit under the ribbon and the wire, and I let the heat come up through that, and then I can just touch this on top and see whether or not the heat has come through. And if it hasn't come through,
what I do is have a little bit of solder on the tip, because that wets it and transfers the heat much better.
Put a little tip on the edge.
Put solder on the tip before you do that. Have the tip tin, because the tip is dry. Oops. It's been cooked too much. You have to clean the tip and get some solder on it, or it doesn't want to work.
And when you're doing this, you can add some extra solder. And we're going to test it by ringing it. After we do this, we're going to test the full module. I'm going to cut these off, as long as we save these pieces because we use them on the battery chargers. And this one, you can move it a little bit, like a 1/2 inch away from, that's good, 1/2 inch away, because it has to go around And I'm gonna use the blue. I'm gonna use the blue if you don't mind.
Oh, for
these ends.
oh yeah.
'Cause I don't like
or
the
what
sound.
you can do is you can just put the ribbons together and not use wires at all, John. That's what I do.
Yeah, but you recommend that?
Yeah, it'll work fine. There's
I
no
know. Okay
problem.
then. Does anybody else want to try that? Because that end we have the ribbons. This side is
You can do a nice, neat job with flat joints that
Yeah,
way.
we can-
you see.
yourself
those-
solar.
And those off and save them.
that?
And clip these off. They're all done. You can clip all these off, and you're going to lift this up in a second, so save these somewhere else. John, where do you want these? Oh, you can put them in that box with the red wire
Okay.
or something. Here. Here you are.
Yeah, we'll put 'em right in
Here, put them in there.
there. Sorry.
It would be- it would be- There you
All
are.
right, one more.